Part 1. Who was Elisa Lam? Let's go back to the year 2013. A 21-year-old girl named Elisa Lam left her home in Vancouver, Canada, to travel alone across California, USA. She was smart, young, and full of dreams. She loved books, writing blogs, and exploring new places. Elisa was a student at the University of British Columbia, and like many people her age, she wanted adventure and freedom. She also suffered from bipolar disorder, a mental health condition that causes mood swings, sometimes very high, mania, and sometimes very low, depression. But Elisa was not just a patient. She was a fighter. She was trying to live a full life despite her struggles. She shared her journey on Tumblr, writing about her thoughts, her feelings, and her battles with mental health. Her words were honest and raw. The Hotel Cecil, a place of shadows. On January 26, 2013, Elisa arrived in Los Angeles and checked into the infamous Cecil Hotel, located in downtown LA. The Cecil Hotel had a dark past. It was built in the 1920s and was once a grand place. But over time, it became home to drug addicts, criminals, and people with no hope. It had been connected to murders, suicides, and even serial killers like Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. But Elisa didn't know all that. She just needed a cheap place to stay. She was given a shared room, but her roommates later complained about her strange behavior, so she was moved to a private room on the 14th floor. Part 3. The last day Elisa was seen. On January 31, 2013, Elisa was supposed to check out of the hotel. She never did. She didn't call her family. She didn't post online. She simply disappeared. Her parents became worried and contacted the Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD. The police searched her room, spoke to hotel staff, and used sniffer dogs, but found nothing. Her phone was not working. Her social media stopped updating. It was like she had vanished into thin air. Days turned into weeks, and the world began to talk. Part 4. The elevator video, the viral mystery. On February 13, 2013, the police released a security video from the hotel elevator. This 2-minute video shocked everyone. It showed Elisa Lam acting very strange. She steps into the elevator and presses multiple buttons. But the elevator door doesn't close. She peeks out quickly, then hides in the corner. She waves her hands in the air like she's talking to someone. Then she steps out and walks away. That was the last footage of her alive. The video went viral. Millions of people watched it online and started giving theories. Was she on drugs? Was she being chased? Was someone hiding from the camera? Was it a ghost? A spirit? A demon? The mystery grew deeper. A few days after the video was released, hotel guests began to complain. They said the water was coming out black, tasting strange, having low pressure. The hotel sent a maintenance worker named Santiago Lopez to check the water tanks on the rooftop. He climbed up, opened the metal hatch of one of the tanks, and there, he saw something terrifying. A naked body of a young woman floating inside the tank. It was Elisa Lam. Elisa's death shocked the world. How did she end up inside a sealed water tank on the hotel rooftop? The rooftop was locked and alarmed. Only staff had access. To reach the tank, Elisa would have had to climb stairs, open a heavy door, go past machinery, and then climb onto the tank, without being seen. The autopsy report said Elisa died by accidental drowning. No drugs or alcohol were found in her system, only some of her prescription medicines. The internet did not accept this easily. How did she lift the tank lid alone? Why didn't the alarms go off? Why was she acting so strangely in the elevator? People believed there was more to the story. Many theories came up online. 1. Mental health episode. Elisa had bipolar disorder. Some experts believe she may have been experiencing a manic episode and lost control of her actions. She could have climbed the tank herself, thinking she was hiding from someone or something imaginary. 2. Murder. Some believe Elisa was murdered. But there were no signs of physical injury or sexual assault. Still, many think someone might have pushed her or forced her into the tank. 3. Paranormal theory. Because of the hotel's dark history, some people blame supernatural forces. They believe Elisa was haunted or possessed. 4. Internet myths. Some people linked Elisa's case to a movie called Dark Water, which had a similar story. Others said her name matched a TB test that was happening near the hotel at the time, called the Lam-Elisa test. But these were coincidences, not real proof. In 2021, a Netflix documentary titled Crime Scene: The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel brought new attention to the case. It interviewed hotel workers, internet detectives, and police officers. The documentary showed how the internet can sometimes create its own truth, even if it's not real. A man from Mexico, who made music videos with dark themes, was wrongly blamed online. He received hate, threats, and trauma, even though he had never been to LA during that time. The documentary reminded viewers to think carefully before judging others or spreading rumors. Elisa's death was a tragedy. A young, kind girl with dreams died far away from home in a mysterious way. But her story teaches us many things. 1. Mental health matters. Mental illness is real. It doesn't always look obvious. We must be kind to people who are struggling silently. 2. Don't judge by appearance. Many people online created fake theories, destroyed innocent lives, and spread lies without knowing facts. We must learn to pause, think, and respect truth. 3. Be aware of your surroundings. When traveling alone, especially as a woman, it's important to stay alert, informed, and in touch with someone. 4. Online kindness is powerful. The internet is powerful. It can solve mysteries, or destroy lives. Let's use it with kindness and responsibility. Part 10. Remembering Elisa. Today, Elisa Lam is remembered not just as a mystery, but as a person. She was a daughter, a writer, a student, a traveler, and a dreamer. Her blog posts still exist online, where she shared her love for life, books, and hope. In one post, she wrote, "Greater than, you're always haunted by the idea you're wasting your life." And that's the real message in her story. Don't waste your life. Help others. Be kind. Live fully. Because life is unpredictable, we never know what day might be our last. The case of Elisa Lam remains one of the most talked about mysteries in modern times. Whether it was a tragic accident, a deep mental health crisis, or something we still don't understand, we may never know the full truth. But what we do know is this: behind every mystery is a real person. Behind every story is a lesson. Behind every tragedy is a chance to grow, understand, and heal. So tonight, as you turn off the lights and think about this story, remember Elisa, not just for how she died, but for how she lived. She lived with curiosity. She lived with courage. And in her own quiet way, she made the world stop and think.